Before we get to the video, if you would like to help me stop the madness, then please visit madnessnation.net to get all of your merchandise, or simply hit the link in the description below to donate. Remember, I cannot stop the madness without you. Madness. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the hottest crime show on the net. Stop the madness, crime news, madness. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, then please hit the link in the description. Now, I plan for this to be a pretty quick video. If you've been watching me, you know I've been following this baby cash case. And now the person who is at the center of all this, Darriynn Brown, he is speaking. And he is saying it's not him. Madness. So I'm about to go ahead and read this story to you real quick. Hello to everybody that's in the chat. Because apparently Darriynn Brown got some things to say. He tired of y'all saying that it's him. It says, the man accused of snatching 4-year-old Cash from his bed the morning of the boy slaying says he is not the person seen in a now published home surveillance video, the man's lawyer said. Madness. Darriynn Brown, 18, was arrested May 15th after a jogger found the child dead in the 7500 block of Sadler Ridge Drive in the Mountain Creek area, Dallas, that same morning. Cash and his twin brother were staying with the girlfriend of his father about 8 blocks away from Florina Parkway. The world is basically prejudicing this whole community by saying that's him. That lawyer said that the world is basically using prejudice, the whole community, by saying that's him. Harris told the Dallas Morning News. Brown and his lawyer have not previously commented publicly on the case. In the video the caretaker gave to the Daily Mail, a man is seen standing over the twins as they slept before swiftly carrying Cash from the bed shortly before 5 a.m. Dallas Police Lieutenant Kerry Wise said Brown will face a capital murder charge after evidence testing is complete. Madness. Brown's defense attorney, Heath Harris, said Brown told him that he is not guilty of breaking into the house and taking Cash or killing him. So he is going to put in an innocent plea. He said, that ain't me on the video. Brown said, I didn't break into anybody's house. That is not me. So that's the defense that we're going to go with. I know a lot of people was wondering what he was going to plead. Now we know. This is not an open and shut case. Everybody, if you are in the chat, if you are watching the video, please hit the like button. Please share the video. You know I'm being shadow banned, and the only way to defeat the shadow ban is to hit the like button and share the video as much as possible. So please, right now, it don't take anything to hit the like button. Please hit the like button for me, please. That's crazy. Let me finish 1 second. They said this is not an open and shut case. Even if you believe that's Brown on the video, it doesn't mean he killed the kid, said Harris, who added that he only seen the video online and has not received it from the police or prosecutors. All right. This is what we're going to go with, people. This is what we going with. Not guilty. That's what he's doing. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this not guilty plea he's going to be entering. Harris said he has not yet received any evidence in the case. He has visited Brown in jail and spoken with the family. Harris said he will request a mental health evaluation and anticipates there will be proof of a serious mental disorder. Harris did not provide any details. Madness. It says Cash was reported missing shortly before 11 a.m. by a woman who had dated the twins' father. That woman, Monica Sherrod, identified the man in the surveillance footage as Brown. An arrest warrant affidavit says police have said Sherrod's teenage son went to school with Brown and the family knew him. Since Cash killing, an unrelated man met with Dallas police to report that Brown broke into his home and tried to take his granddaughter in February. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, Brown is jailed with in lien of $1.625 million. He faces charges of burglary and kidnapping related to Cash and burglary and injury to an elderly for the February incident. According to court records, if that happened, why has it taken 3 months to file a case, Harris said. So his lawyer is basically saying, y'all trying to say that he came into another house early February. If you watch my video, I did a live video yesterday when I was talking about the February incident where they said that he walked into a person's house, grabbed a granddaughter and tried to walk out with the granddaughter, basically trying to kidnap the granddaughter. And kudos to the grandfather who physically pried the grandbaby from Darriynn Brown's hands. And then they said that he seen this person a couple of weeks later at Walmart and Darriynn Brown apologized, but the grandfather didn't press any charges. Now we have Darriynn Brown lawyers saying, if that situation in February really happened, then why is it just now taking 3 months for charges to be filed? So his lawyer is basically saying, listen, that incident in February didn't happen. And Brown is telling his lawyer, who is now speaking for him, that wasn't me on that video. I didn't kill no kid. So I guess, I know that they're watching the news coverage. I'm sure that if his lawyer is any good at all, he is watching the YouTube videos. Madness. And he's saying, hey, listen, that's not an open and shut case. This don't prove that Brown murdered anybody. And he's saying basically, even if you believe that's him on the camera, he's saying, even if you do believe that, where is it showing that he killed baby Cash? That's what his lawyer is saying. But then we also know a lot of people don't think that's Brown on that camera. A lot of people do think that's Brown. So you got people who believe that Brown is being set up, Brown is being framed. You have a lot of people who believe that. And you have a lot of people that believe, no, that is Darriynn Brown on that camera. That is him seen taking baby Cash. That is him seen with a pocket knife in his hand when he comes back in the morning. Madness. Janessa P said DB has several police reports on him in the past few months. Absolutely. I've been covering it. Quite a few people from the neighborhood is saying that, hey, we put reports on this guy. We tried to take care of this a long time ago. Cat Bowman says, how is that not him? KDB says statute of limitations, they work both ways. I don't believe there's no statute of limitations on murder. I know there's no statute of limitations on murder. They can find you 80 years later. I'll be watching forensic files and cold case. They be finding people 80 years later and then arresting them. Wow. Kim P says, tell the lawyer DNA is not back yet to 100% charge him. Madness. Nessie X said he acted alone. Chrissy F says, sure. There's more cameras showing. I'm sure there's more cameras showing him, but he's going to say, no, that's not me. Simply Shan said, I hate that I'm late, but watching at work, I'm 100% sure that's him on the video. $55 tobacco. One Franklin says we didn't want it to be Brown. It was though. Like I said, this case continues to get crazier. He's going to say it's not me. Will the case be televised? I am not sure. I am not sure if they're going to have this televised. I don't know if this is going to be one of the cases where they got the cameras in the courtroom or if they just going to have an artist that's just drawing pictures. I'm not sure yet. Bell Shell say death penalty. LaShonda said, I say since he wants to play dumb, then put this sick monster under the jail. Madness. Dana saying, hey, from California. How you doing, Dana? Welcome to Stop the Madness Crime News, the hottest crime show on the net. Come on, people. I need you to hit that like button. If y'all want to continue to get that message out there and y'all want to continue to have this story about baby Cash spread as much as possible, then please hit the like button. Holly Evans, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Krista says, so he's saying it wasn't him. He's denying it. Yes, that's what's going on right now. He is denying that it is him. He is denying it. He is saying that it's not him on the video, and he's saying he ain't murdered nobody. Like this is really supposed to be a quick video. I just wanted to give y'all that information and talk to y'all for a second. Simply Shan said, I can see where people think it might be Cameron too, though. They look alike in the video. Madness. Nazia Moonbay say, I don't believe that's him in that room, nor is that him at that car. Put a pickup of him and Cameron side by side. Where all the bloody clothes he took off before coming back to the house? If he's charged at his house, his mom would have seen the blood on the clothes. He took them off. That's what Edna Brownie says. Stephanie561 says, have y'all seen the video though? It do look like two different people in the room. Gary Flores said, I hit that like if you give me a loud madness. Madness. Wanda Kiefer say, I still say it's her son on the video. So this is the thing. Depending on what this is going to come down to forensics. It's going to come down to forensics. And depending on what his story is, he still may beat this case. And I say that because there is so much doubt in the people's mind. Like you can read the comments. Some people think he did it. Other people think he didn't. So even if the forensics come back, if Darriynn Brown be like, man, listen, I wasn't by myself, or the reason why this blood is on my clothes is because I was just there. He had mental issues. Renee Nay says he had mental issues. Why didn't his family or peers try to help him? You don't become mental overnight. Everyone failed, both Cash and Darriynn. This is a sick case for sure. Absolutely. Because we want to know who killed baby Cash. And the people want to know for sure. Because I'm sure the people is tired of the guessing. The people out here is tired of the speculation. Who killed baby Cash? For certain. That's the question. Madness. Sally the Cellar Girl said he did it. Lisa Generic said, come on, clear as day, this guy's a problem. How many complaints on Darriynn? The whole neighborhood was terrified of this kid. The amount of light in a room makes a big difference. Tag Ghostal says, I need some madness some madness merch, some merchandise. I'll work on, quite a few people been asking me for some merchandise. So I'll work on that madness. The more y'all support this channel, the more I can do it. I mean, YouTube pretty much be blocking any type of ad money because of the type of shows that I do. These don't never really ever get approved for monetization because, I'm talking about recent case. I'm talking about deaths. And if anybody who's a content creator, if you do any type of stories like this, then you know that you really don't get no ad money from this because YouTube pretty much block the majority of the ads that you try to put on these videos. Madness. Nikki Rose says DB was receiving help with mental health according to his mom. Krista says, I feel like if anything, Cameron would have been the one to go in the second time, but I definitely don't think Cameron killed Cash. Madness. There's Cat says there's neighbors with cameras who have proof. Come on, man. He literally did it with intention. He broke all the cameras he saw in advance with a hammer. Christy Savage says, what is a shadow ban? A shadow ban is when I go live and nobody knows that I'm going live because nobody gets their notifications. A shadow ban is when your video is not nearly as visible as it should be. That's why I be stressing for y'all to hit the like button. That's why I be stressing for y'all to share the video because that's the only way to beat the shadow ban. That's the only way to beat it, is for people to continue to share this video and for people to like this video. They can run facial recognition software. 100 out of 100% is him. Janessa P, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It says it's definitely DB on camera. This is what I honestly think. When I look at the camera side by side, and I'm not saying this is fact, I'm not saying this is 100% absolute. This is just my opinion, and this is just my speculation. But when I see the camera and I see Darriynn Brown picture side by side with the person that took baby Cash, I personally think that it's him. After looking at it, looking at the pictures blown up, it looked like him to me. Matter of fact, hold on, give me a second. I'm about to post this side by side picture. I'm about to post this side-by-side picture. Give me 1 second. Cause I personally just feel like that's him. It looks like him to me. If I'm being honest, and that's all I know how to do. Here we go. Hold on. That looked like him to me. If I was on a jury, and they asked me, do this look like DB in this photo? My answer would be absolutely. Absolutely. That would be my answer. T Spicy. Yes, he said it. Yes, he said it wasn't him. Yes, that's what he's telling his lawyer. He said it's not him on camera. He said he ain't kill nobody. Sally, that seller. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is just a personal opinion, but I'm pretty sure that I'm 99.9% correct that that's him. I'm pretty sure I'm 99% correct that that's him. This is something that I would personally, you ever hear the term, take it to the bank? I would have to take that to the bank. I would have to take that to the bank. But that's just me. There go Cameron right there. Now y'all tell me. That's all three of them right there. And then you add up. The fact that Darriynn Brown is caught on camera multiple times going around with his hammer, causing destructive. Talk to me. This is all of them. Some people saying it's Cameron. Some people saying it's DB. Talk to me now. Cause this look like DB to me. Those look like dreadlocks to me. We have multiple people saying that he has literally told people, I am going to kill you. And like I said, if I'm wrong, I have no problem apologizing. If I'm wrong, I ain't got no problem apologizing to whoever needs an apology. But it's just speculation. It's your thoughts. It's what you think. And until all the facts come out, people are going to speculate what they think. People are going to voice their opinions. It's just like anything else. When you at home and you may watch something on the news and you be like, I think they did it. Well, in this case, I think that's Darriynn Brown on that camera. Wanda said the hair doesn't look like dreads in the camera though. And the hammer stuff is hearsay. Nah, the hammer stuff ain't hearsay. It's plenty of photos of Darriynn Brown with the hammer. I have personally done shows on it. So that's definitely not hearsay as far as the hammer goes. That's not hearsay. That's fact. Sarah Connor said, what did he do to Cash before he killed him? The mother admitted he was playing with Cash and she told him to stay away. I'm wondering what his motive was. Hopefully the autopsy comes out soon. Christian Pellet, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Come on, everybody, please. If you are watching this channel, please hit that like button. Please hit the like button. It's of great importance that you hit that like button and you hit that share button. Omeso said he's pulling the old Shaggy defense. It wasn't me. But I caught you on the counter. It wasn't me. Even seen you in the shower. It wasn't me. I remember that Shaggy song. I used to love that song back in the day. And this is the thing, and this is another thing that I want to say. Because y'all know that my show, I'm always hoping that I can help somebody who's out there thinking about making a dumb decision to make the right decision. This is what I want to say. You have a lot of people saying that they don't think that's Darriynn on that camera, but you have a lot of people that think it is. Now listen to this, and this is to anybody that's out there doing anything dumb. When you're out there doing dumb-ish, like Darriynn Brown was doing, breaking into cars, breaking cameras with hammers, going around telling people that you're going to kill them. When you're doing dumb stuff like that, and something like this happened, like the unfortunate incident with Baby Cash, it's really easy to say that it was you, even if it wasn't. Now, people, I'm just hypothetically speaking right now, for any viewers who may be watching this, who may be out there making dumb decisions. Listen, when you out there making dumb decisions, and then something like this happens, it's going to be easy to say that it was you because you've been doing dumb decisions all this time. They got all these police reports on Darriynn Brown saying they've been calling in, trying to get help for Darriynn Brown. Saying that he's going around telling people, I'm going to kill you and your white family. Madness. So if you're doing all that, and then it comes into question whether you didn't kidnap the baby and murder the baby in cold blood who did not deserve that, why wouldn't people think that you're a monster? Why wouldn't people think that you done that? This is why I always say, no matter what you do in life, you should always try to do the right thing. Because right now, think about it. If Darriynn Brown was going around acting like he had some sense, and then this situation came up, he'll probably have a lot of support if he had a good reputation as far as being a good kid. But when you already got a bad reputation and you already over here acting an ass, and then something like this happens. Blood Money Benny Keys, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that support. Thank you. So that's all I'm saying. When you out there doing foolishness, please make sure that you just try to do good by people. Just try to be a good person. Cause you may need that to come in, you may need that to come to your defense one day. And like I said, I'm not necessarily talking about Darriynn Brown right now. I'm just saying in general. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let me see. I want to show y'all a video. But let me see if it's okay for me to share this video real quick. I just want to make sure because I was sent some videos and some people like to remain anonymous. I'm about to ask them. That's the thing. If you want to come on Stop the Madness, or if you want to send me anything and you want to remain anonymous, you do have that right. But I just want to see if he gonna let me share this video. Hopefully that person can get back to me and let me see and let me know if I can share these videos, because I definitely want to share these videos. This is crazy. It says me, this is an All-American Cartel LLC. Me and Benny just uploaded new videos. He think it was a Mexican that was with Brown, and I feel it sound more like Cameron. And then Corlius Davis said, along with other neighbors, Cameron knew what DB was known for and set him up. I know one thing, if somebody tell you to go snatch your kid out their bed and out their crib, you need to say no, madness. The anonymous caller from yesterday was very informative. Yes. Yes, the caller from yesterday, if you did not watch the video from yesterday, we had an anonymous caller from the neighborhood that gave a lot of information. You can go ahead and make sure you check out that video. This is crazy. ZZ Hound Z said they may both have been involved. That's what a lot of people are speculating. It says, take his background away. Would you still be so sure it was him? Man, that's what Mandy said. Mandy said, take his background away. Would you still be so sure it was him? I'm not saying either way. It's just a question I have. From me looking at the pictures that I just showed you, yeah. From the pictures from the pictures from the video that night, I don't need a background or anything. I'm just saying, if somebody said, look at these pictures, and me being honest and me being truthful, I will say that look exactly like Darriynn Brown on that camera. Cause to me, it don't look like Cameron at all. And like I said, I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. I think that's Darriynn Brown. Matter of fact, that looks so much like Darriynn Brown to me that if they had a lineup of people, I would have been like, that looked like that one. Gabby Bird, thank you very much. Mandy, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate both of y'all. AAAA says, I'm glad you're on it. I respect your opinion and how you approach topics. Thank you. See, the thing about these type of cases, you really have to you kind of got to put your feelings to the side and be non-biased. You can't be biased in these type of situations. You just have to tell your honest opinion and tell the people how you truly feel. You can't be biased, especially when it comes to sensitive topics like this. You can't be biased. You just have to tell, like, we all know people who will literally have a 4K HD camera and can literally see that it's him. I mean, it ain't no night vision camera or nothing. They all up in the camera fixing their nose and stuff, and you'll still have some people that say, no, I don't think it's him. That's being biased. I'm not a biased person. And like I said, this is just my opinion, people. This is just my opinion. It looks like him. And then you add that with his behavior on top of that. Now I'm trying to see if I can share these videos with y'all. And this person haven't responded yet. And I just don't want to show these videos because if this is something, sometimes people send me stuff that's just for me. And they just want me to talk about it sometimes. But I don't want to make the mistake of sharing these videos if that's not what that person wants. So hopefully they hit me back. Hopefully they hit me back before I get off this live. Madness. How many of y'all out there think? How many of y'all out there think that Darriynn can beat this case due to the mental issues? How many of y'all out there think that because of the mental issues, he will be able to beat this case? How many? It says we shouldn't be biased. We should look at the evidence and the facts. A lot of people are biased because they don't want to believe anything that doesn't fit their narrative. See, I don't have a narrative. I don't have a narrative that I'm trying to think to. When you have a narrative that you try to think to, you can't be honest and you can't be truthful because then like you said, it'll go against the narrative that you're trying to paint. I don't have a narrative. I just call it like I see it. So a lot of people are saying no, they don't believe that he's going to be able to use the mental illness to get out this case. Ayla said the police should also be held accountable. Seth said yes, possibly, but it depends on what comes out with the evaluations. Revy Gunn says plenty of people are mentally ill without ever killing anyone. I think it's going to be a hung jury if they don't have the evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. I can see that too. If forensics comes back and he's not on that forensics, I definitely don't think they're going to be able to convict him. And that's why the forensics is so important. We on pins and needles right now waiting for this forensics report to come back. We all like, did they drop it yet? Jen said, I pray to God he don't. All I'm saying is it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to say that you didn't kidnap a child when they saying that you tried to kidnap another child. And that anonymous caller from yesterday had proof of what he was talking about. Madness. Marie said, has he been charged with murder yet? They keep saying that they're waiting for the forensics to come before they charge him with murder. That boy gonna be in jail for 20 years. Listen, if it comes back that he did in fact murder baby Cash, 20 years is not long enough. You don't get the murder a 4-year-old boy in cold blood, kidnap him out his house, and then get 20 years. Although we know that that does happen. That to me, that would be an injustice for baby Cash. Whoever killed baby Cash, if they get only 20 years in prison, that would be an injustice. And hell needs to be raised if they only get 20 years. You don't get to go around kidnapping people, killing people, and getting 20 years. Whoever killed baby Cash needs to be in prison for the rest of their known life. Madness. Dada said he changed clothes because of the bloody mess, probably. It says, I blame this order, assuming the current narrative is true and DB is guilty and acted alone. So they said they will blame Darriynn Brown, then the father, then the Dallas police, the birth mom, and then Monica if the narrative is true. They basically saying that if this is true, this is who I'll be blaming. Madness. Stephanie561 says, YouTuber Stephanie Harlow shouted you out in her latest video. I was just watching it. Yes, she did. I did say thank you to her yesterday when we did the live for that shout out. Say thank you again, Stephanie Harlow. I appreciate that. You shouted me out and put me in your video. Shout out to everybody who done shouted me out. I appreciate y'all. They need to put a rush on it like they did with the Tristan Bailey case. I need to do a video about that case. I need to do a video about that. I may do a video on that today about the Tristan Bailey, the girl who got stabbed 114 times. Rest her soul. Madness. Drita said, I thought that it could be either one of them at first also. Then I watched it over and over. Noticed the, it said, notice the high arch eyebrows. It was Darriynn. It says, okay, he is my pick of the two. Sally says, blaming the police is ridiculous. They only arrest the people. The DA/prosecutor and judges are the ones to blame for him not being locked up sooner. Man. And I like when I get to do this. I like when I get to go live and I get to talk to my subscribers. I like when I get to talk to my Madness Nation. Do y'all like that? Should I call y'all the Madness Nation? I need a name for y'all. If y'all like the Madness Nation, if y'all like Madness Nation, put a 7. Put a 7. I need something to call y'all. Y'all come here. Y'all show me mad support. I can't just be calling y'all regular subscribers. Y'all ain't regular. Y'all special. Y'all mean a lot to me. If y'all like the name Madness Nation, put a 7. Let me know. It says most smart people listen to the neighbors, the actual people who live there and know him and what he's capable of doing. Uh-oh. I'm seeing a lot of 7s. Is that what we're going to be called, Madness Nation? Okay. I see a lot of sevens. I just want justice. Hold on, I see somebody say the Mad Hatters. I just want justice for baby Cash. I just want justice for baby Cash because an example needs to be set for the next person who think that it's okay for them to just go into somebody's house and kidnap a child and murder a child. An example needs to be set that this will not be tolerated at all. The precedent needs to be set. This will not be tolerated at all. When you got people out here killing kids, honestly, I don't care what happens to them. You out here killing children. I'm not gonna shed a tear. I'm not gonna lose a lick of sleep. Madness. Renee said, no more killing our children. Exactly. No more killing our children. No more of these people getting off. No more of these people killing our children and then being able to go to prison for a few years and they back out on the street, able to live the rest of their life when that child that they killed will never get to live life again. I see nothing but sevens. That's what we gonna do. Madness Nation. Old Mace O said Madness Stoppers. I actually like that. I like Mad Hatters too. But I see a lot of seven. So from now on, when I address y'all, I will address y'all as my Madness Nation. Exactly. We have to protect our children at all costs, people. Ain't that the way it's supposed to go? Ain't you supposed to be willing to lose your life to protect the children's lives? Ain't that how it's supposed to be? Ain't we supposed to be willing to lose our life to protect the children's lives? Why is so many of us burying the children? Madness. Why is so many parents outliving their children? That is not the way it's supposed to be. DB could be possessed by a demon. Those that are possessed come across as crazy. They have been too many young children being murdered in terrible ways. Joanne Wilson said, so hear me out. Something happens to Cash. They need someone to pin it on. Hey, let's dress up the local weirdo. Case closed. So Joanne Wilson, so you're basically saying that you feel that that it wasn't DB? All I know is if it comes back that you murdered a child, you need to be in prison for the rest of your life and you need to be in PC. With a sign on your back that say child murderer. Everybody please hit that like button. Christine Savage says, come on, liking the video costs nothing. Hit it now, please. Yes, please hit that like button. It costs nothing. It's free to hit the like button, but it shows so much support. Please share the video. When does it end? Unfortunately, the madness never ends. It's never going to end. But what we can do is help. That's all we can do. We can help. We can help. Rather if we save one life, rather if we get justice for one person, we can help. We can help. Natalie JL says science will prove it all that DB did it. Eli said, I worried that he did it for some kind of weird deep web network. That's why he was possibly filmed. What you mean some weird deep network? You mean like a ritual or something? Oh, the madness is going to get exposed. Don't worry, One Franklin. It's getting exposed. Samantha Q. Now the maternal grandma is saying they not using the GoFundMe money. I heard that. I heard that they need donations for the funeral because the grandma, all that money that they got from the GoFundMe, that the grandma is now not trying to use that for the funeral. So now they got to raise money for the funeral so this cash can have a proper burial. That is crazy and that is madness. That's why I say if you have children, if you have kids, you need to go hug your children. You need to go kiss your children. You need to go tell your children that you love them because you don't know if that's going to be the last time that you see your children. You just don't know nowadays. No matter how much you try to protect your children, you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. I tell my babies I love them 1,000,000 times a day. Oh, yes, I do. I say, Daddy, love you. I got twins. That's why this story is one of the reasons why it's hit me so hard. I got twins. I tell my babies every day, I love you. Daddy loves you. Daddy gonna love you forever. Daddy gonna be there for you forever. I love you. Y'all gonna outlive your daddy. You're gonna outlive your daddy. I love you. I'll do it whatever I can to protect you. Madness. Maisie Wednesday said something to think about. Is where the Ring cameras he smashed the ones he will be walking by with baby? That's a good question. That's a good question. And I haven't heard nobody say that yet. I don't know if somebody already know the answer to this, but that's a good question. Is the cameras that he was breaking, that he seen breaking on camera, was those the cameras that he would have had to walk past to get the baby cash house? That is a really, and this is why I like talking to y'all. This is why I like talking to y'all, because sometimes y'all say some stuff that I wasn't even thinking about. That is a great question. Was those the cameras that he would have had to walk past to get the Monica's house? Bella XOXO says, wow. And all they did was bash Monica for trying to get money and posting a GoFundMe for cash. Now she did exactly what she was accusing that woman of. It's crazy how life works. Phyllis said, my baby boy is 37 years old. I tell him I love him and hug him every time I see him. Good. Good, you're supposed to. Tina Baker says Carter has lost his best friend. I really hope that maybe they can get Carter some therapy, because I just know this is a traumatic situation for that young kid. You gotta think about it. Going from having a best friend all day, every day, you have a best friend all day, every day. He woke up calling for his brother. Like, I can't even imagine the trauma that Carter is going through right now, because he probably still like, where's my brother at? Like, Cash, is he still hiding? Definitely got to stay prayed up for Carter. Dana said, not sure if he can beat it, but a mental defense isn't all that great. Mental hospitals for the mentally insane are no picnic. I think he was drugged because he went to sleep before Carter and because he wet himself. I think DB did it because he has been waiting to kill a child, like start of a serial killer. Justice for Cash and Carter. It says stop donations to GoFundMe account. Set up an account for Carter and the therapy he will need. Jenny, that's a good idea, actually. That's a very good idea, Jenny. Exactly. She said, Giselle says he's too young to understand and probably desperately misses him. It breaks my heart. Exactly. He probably don't understand exactly what's going on right now. All he know is his brother is nowhere to be found. Him named Sito says, person unloaded their firearm at a traffic stop here in the woods where baby Cash was found. Oh, I was reading it. They just deleted it. I was trying to read it. They just deleted it. My mother was a twin and they still wore matching outfits to the day she died. Yes, twins are very close. Twins are very close. They do everything together. They dress together. They want to dress just alike. I ordered everybody to watch the episode yesterday with that collar. Yes, a lot of people liked that collar yesterday. So like I said earlier in the show, if you missed the live yesterday with the anonymous collar, please go check out that video. He gave a lot of great information. Sunshine Daydream says, I think DB was most likely trying to groom Cash when he was caught at the house. Dana said in Texas, he's going to get the death penalty. Can prosecution use the smashing of the cameras to prove premeditated? It depends. I mean, if the cameras was the cameras, he would have had to pass to get to Cash house, and you got a good prosecutor, probably. But then if DB got a good lawyer, he's gonna argue against that. This is crazy. And we all just sitting here waiting. Mariah Marie says, I believe there's more than one person involved. This is what it comes to, people. This is what it comes to. This is what the world has come to. Where people can just feel comfortable enough to kidnap and murder a child. That's right, Lisa. We playing the waiting game. And for y'all who's just now getting here and for y'all who's just now watching, Darriynn Brown did come out. He did speak. And he's telling his lawyer that he did not kill Baby Cash. And he is telling his lawyer that he did not kidnap Baby Cash. It was not him on the video. And that's why it was in, I think it was a good point that the caller had brought up yesterday. Like when he said, when he was, they noticed Darriynn Brown smashing the cameras, and he said he didn't know like if he was smashing the cameras and that he was doing it for somebody else, or maybe if he was in a group or anything like that. But he said he always seen him by himself. So it seems like everything from what we are hearing, for people that is actually in the community, it seems like he was always by himself. And if he was always by himself, then you can't necessarily rule out that he could have just did this by himself. Even with the attempted kidnapping that they saying happened back in February, he was by himself. Okay, Taylor says that legacy.com has an obituary up for Cash. The full obituary will be on Magnolia Funeral Home shortly. So if anybody want to read that obituary about Cash, it is on legacy.com. And the full obituary will be on Magnolia's Funeral Home shortly. Thank you, Taylor, for that information. Madness. It says Carter may be the key witness. DD says, then why did he apologize to the first family for trying to take that 2-year-old girl? I think his lawyer is trying to say that just didn't happen. And I think his lawyer basically saying, well, if this really happened, then why is it taking so long for these charges to be filed? Madness. Naya Zia Moon Bay says, am I blocked? No, you're not blocked. I haven't blocked anybody. And another thing, just so y'all are aware, I do not delete comments. I don't delete comments, but YouTube will delete your comment depending on what you say. And it's weird because you never know what comment YouTube is going to delete. Sometimes YouTube will delete a comment that was perfectly fine. Somebody will say hi, Madness, and YouTube will delete their comment. Now, if your comment is crazy and your comment is like, it has a lot of cussing in it, or if it's racist or it's talking something crazy, then YouTube would just automatically delete it. So I don't want nobody out there to think that I'm deleting their comments. If you know you made a comment and you don't see it, it's not me. Caitlin Logan says he could have been snatching kids to sell. He don't seem smart enough to me to be kidnapping kids to sell. Gina Marie says, my issue is his mother was talking about he's a great boy and he watches his cousins all the time. Blah, blah, blah. Mimi also needs a straitjacket. LaShonda said, unfortunately, I think this SOB is going to get away with it. Madness. LL, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's what I try to do. I try to give y'all shows with great information. Like I said, today I just really wanted to inform y'all that he's basically saying he did not do this. And I really just wanted to talk to y'all. And I'm thankful and grateful that y'all actually sitting here and talking to me. I appreciate that. Thank you, Madness Nation, for chilling with me right now and talking to me. I want a toxology report on both Cash and Carter. Do anybody think that maybe Cash or Carter ingested some drugs? I've seen quite a few people say this, that they believe that Cash and Carter ingested some drugs somehow. What y'all think? Lisa says no. Taylor says no. Sally says yes. Chrissy say no. Brittany say no. Marie say yes. April says no, I don't believe that's possible. Natasha Richardson said a 4-year-old can't defend himself and put up a fight. He would have been sold, then not murdered. He's lying, not innocent at all. Yeah, that's what I said. I said I don't believe he was kidnapping kids to sell, because that's a very good point. What can a 4-year-old do with a grown man? Nothing. So yeah, I do believe that if that was your theory, that he was kidnapping kids to sell, that he would have got sold and he wouldn't have been found murdered. I absolutely, yeah. So I don't think he was kidnapping to sell anything. Are they going to do a polygraph on Monica and her family? I don't know, but that'll be interesting. That would be very interesting. MO3Gs, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm going to take a look at that link too. Thank you. And it says Monica's 2 younger kids was taken away. Yes, I did hear that. I did hear that Monica's her younger kids was taken away after this incident. I do believe that is a fact, but please don't quote me. But I have been seeing a lot of sources say that her younger children was taken from the home. The police said it was a violent death. That's crazy. It's sad. It's sad. We don't want no violent deaths. We don't want no deaths. Sergio says, people, he is crazy. That's it. That's like I said before. Sometimes a person is just crazy as hell. Sometimes a person is just infected with the madness. Sometimes people is overthinking. You know, of course we want a motive and why did that happen and how did that happen? But we can't sit here and act like people just can't be crazy nowadays. We can't sit up here and act like people just can't be crazy nowadays. It says, does that mean he did the crime in the woods? A 4-year-old, dang, that's sad, took her kid. She not only lost cash, but them too. I am sure she's feel gutted. No matter your opinion of her drug use, pretty much neglected them. She still has a heart too. Yeah, but if you can have a heart, but if you're on drugs and you on hard drugs, let me ask y'all a question. Can you honestly say that a person care about their children if they are on hard drugs like crack or meth or heroin? Can you say that a person really care about their kids if they're on hard drugs? Because you know when you're on hard drugs, it impairs your judgment. You're not going to be able to be the parent that you need to be. Or in this case, they wasn't her biological children. So you're not going to be able to be the overseer, I guess, or the person who's watching the kids that you should be because you're on drugs and you're tweaking and you're on hard drugs. It's just hard for me to believe that you truly care about your children. And this is just my personal opinion. But it's just hard for me to believe that you actually care about your children if you're doing hard drugs like that. Because you can't be the parent that you're supposed to be when you're doing drugs like that. When you're doing drugs like that, more often than not, the people that you hang around do hard drugs too. You're not going to be able to use your correct judgment. You're not going to be in your right state of mind. Madness. It's like, how can you be on hard drugs like that and truly love your kids when it seems like you love the drugs more than you love your kids? You love the drugs more than you love your children. Curvy said Monica had them locked in the back room so she could use meth. I believe that the moment that you love a drug more than you love your children, the moment that you rather get high instead of protecting your children, you already lost. The moment that you choose drugs over your kids, you already failed yourself. And most importantly, you already failed your children. Marie said, please watch the video on Facebook by JC Gallagher. you will see all of this differently. Marie, I like to ask you, what do you think I would see differently by watching that video? I go check the video out, but I'm just wanting to know, what exactly do you think I see differently? Because trust me when I say, I done seen 1,010 videos on baby cash. 1,010. Okay. I just got an anonymous message. on my Facebook. And if you want to reach out to me, remember, you can reach out to me on Stop the Madness Crime News on Facebook. I do try to check all my messages. You can reach out to me on Instagram at STM Crime News, or you can send me an email at stmcrimenewsinfo@gmail.com. Somebody said, they just sent me a message. They said Fox 4 News here in Dallas interviewed the grandfather of the other incident. So I believe she's talking about the grandfather who kid was back in February, where he tried to kidnap the 2-year-old. He said a woman in the house where Cash lived asked him not to press charges and that Darriynn stayed at her house sometimes. Well, that's interesting. That anonymous tip just said that the grandfather from the incident when he tried to kidnap the 2-year-old, they saying that the reason that he didn't press charges is because a lady in the house where Cash lived asked him not to press charges, and that Darriynn stayed at that house. Madness. Okay, so I'm about to show these videos real quick. The person who sent me the videos, they just reached back out to me and said I can share them. Now, I don't know if they've been shared already, but I am going to share it. You give me a moment here. That's crazy. Oh, this is madness. So y'all give me 1 second. Let me get this video up here real quick so I can share this with y'all. I definitely want to share this video to show y'all what I was talking about. That's crazy though. It's like we just find out more and more stuff about this situation. More and more stuff is coming out. Okay, let me get this together. Okay, that's not. Okay, this ain't moving where I want it to move. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm trying to show this to y'all real quick, but for some reason, it's been technical right now. Okay, for some reason the video is not playing. Let me see if he can send it to me again. Okay, I just asked him if he can send the video to me again because for some reason it's not playing for what I'm trying to show y'all. And for the person who was asking about the the picture with the hammer, when you said the hammer situation was all hearsay, there go him with the hammer breaking one of the cameras. Madness. So that's one thing that we do know. He was breaking cameras. I don't know why this video. I don't know why this video ain't popping up. But let's see if he can resend it. Kelly G said, I always thought that Monica and her son were somehow involved in this murder, and I still do. Somebody said, if your child has mental issues, then the mom should have close tabs of her offspring. She said her son has been set up. How? Why does he think that? Why does she think that? She has some explaining to do. It says Darriynn didn't just wake up one day and decide to do this. Somebody said, I disagree with Kelly G. I'm trying to find Kelly. What did Kelly G say? Oh, okay. Where Kelly G when she said, I believe that Monica and them had something to do with this. This is our world, people. But we just got to make sure that we do our part. We just got to make sure that we do our part to try to help. Because that's all we can do. All we can do is our part. That's it. We can't do nothing else. Let me see. Okay, and they saying that this right here is another picture. They saying it's another picture of DB walking around with the hammer. Madness. I really want to show this video. And I'm up. There it go. There it go. Okay, why is this? Okay, this video ain't doing what I wanted to do. So what we gonna do is we're gonna do this. Give me a second. I got the video up. It ain't letting me expand it like I want to, so I'm gonna try to do it this way. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way then. I got the video. Here we go, y'all. Now I want y'all to take a quick look at this. Take a quick look at this. And the reason I wanted y'all to see this is because this is him actually running from a situation. Y'all see that? This is a situation where he got scared off and they caught him on the camera running away. Right there. Madness. This is the madness that be going on, people. This is the protection that the people need. He on every camera known to man. Doing some foolishness. He was a menace to the neighborhood. I think he had mental issues that had been escalating, possibly due to drugs, and was looking for a victim to vent his rage and sick fantasy on. Cash was easy prey. He staked it out. The mental health agency that was treating him failed completely and should be held accountable. He knew where all the cameras was. Lock him up and throw away the key. Like I said, we waiting on forensics. Forensics is going to tell us a lot. But I'd like to thank y'all for joining me today. You know, thank y'all for having this conversation with me. Little Miss Shine Brightly, thank you so much. Madness. I appreciate that. It's still up in the air as far as what people believe. But I tell you one thing, Darriynn Brown came out and said he didn't do it. I believe that's going to be a very, very hard case to pull when you got everybody in the neighborhood saying you was a menace. You got people in the neighborhood, and this is before Baby Cash passed away. R.I.P. Baby Cash. You got everybody in the neighborhood saying you was a menace. You got people in the neighborhood saying that you literally told them you was going to kill them. You got people who say that they was in class with you and you used to laugh at the teacher and talking about in ways you would kill the teacher. You dig? But like I said, my honest opinion, I do feel like that was him in that video. I don't know if that's fact, but like I said earlier, somebody said I had to look at it. It looks like him to me. It is what it is. Chris J, all the way from Australia, thank you for watching. Before I leave, can we please get some prayer hands for Cash and Carter? Can we please get some prayer hands for Cash and Carter? And also, And also, can we please have another moment of silence for Baby Cash? Please join me in a moment of silence for Baby Cash. Thank you. Madness Nation. Like always, if you want to join me on my quest to stop the madness, then please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, comment, and share this video, cuz we got some things to talk about. We gonna talk about it because the madness is infectious. The madness is contagious. And the madness must be stopped. So remember, stop the madness, start the positivity. Thank you for watching. Y'all be safe. Madness. And please, if you haven't liked the video, like the video. If you haven't shared the video, share the video. Get the word out there. Bring awareness to the situation. I can't bring awareness to the situation, and I can't get the message out there if not for y'all. If y'all not liking and sharing the video, I can't get the message out there the way the message needs to be out there. So please, like, share the video. Like I said, y'all be safe. Madness Nation is in the building.